What's going on, guys? This here is Sit Comics, and today I've got something pretty special to show you. It's been a while since I made a redstone contraption, so I decided I would go ahead, especially with the quote-unquote redstone update that came out, which made my life a lot easier when it came to many things, as well as gave me a lot of new options to really play with. So what have I got to show you guys here today? Today I'm going to show you my Gumball machine version 2.0. What's so different from the 1.0 version, you might ask? Well, for one, it's much more condensed than what it was. The last one I had was just a big, old, huge clump of a lag machine. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Which just made it really hard to do anything in game while the thing was going. I also condensed a bunch of circuits to make it really smart and simple. Like the randomization machine, that is all it is. Instead of like 6 circuits working together or whatever I had, which created a tangled mess, and sometimes the gumballs, aka minecarts with chests in them, will get tangled up in the system. The system now does not get tangled up provided it is used properly. As well as I put in a currency system down below, which I will show, to where the last gumball machine, whatever I put in for a coin, it didn't matter what it was, it would just drop it. So I could drop in a bucket of water and get a diamond sword. In this one, the way I've got it set up is that it will only accept gold coins, or gold ingots, and nothing else, to the point of even dispensing it back to you in case you fail. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the demonstration aspect of this. So as I said before, it only takes gold ingots. If it takes 2 gold ingots to display Gumball, so if I drop in 1, as you can see, nothing happens. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in a... Whoops. Come on now. Drop in a second 1. Frustration. Thank you. It'll go ahead and drop me a Gumball. In this case, set of diamond boots. Inside the Gumballs, for right now, I have a full set of diamond armor and a sword. If I were to go ahead and do it again, drop in 2 gold ingots, it's going to move that minecart out of the way, give me another one. This one's got a chest plate in it, and it's going to store that one later for when I decide to refill the machine. It's going to store all of them. It holds up to... It is worthy to note that this gumball machine only holds up to 5 items. There probably are ways to make it hold more, but I am not really wanting to go through it, even though I have ideas. So anyway, if I just go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and dispense all but the last one, so I can prove that it only accepts gold ingots here. Go ahead and just dump out this one. Again, all the minecarts are going to go, and they're going to get stored now that they are empty, and they have no, they're empty, they have no items, they need to be refilled from the randomization machine. So just to prove that it only accepts gold ingots, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop in 2 of these items right here, the boots and the chest plate. So if I go ahead and I do that, drop in that and that, I don't hear anything. And if we come down here, here are the items. Just, whoop, they're actually there thanks to a bug. They're right there dispensed for us, and they will dispense every time without fail. They will not go in the machine. They will not cause it to fire improperly. Only the gold ingots here will allow it to work. So how did I manage to make it to where only gold ingots were the currency system for this? That's the circuit, the job of this circuit down here. So what's going on is with the new hop, okay, we'll start actually with the comparator blocks. The comparators are still, people are still trying to figure them out, still trying to figure out how to implement them into Minecraft, into the redstone devices. What I've used this is that I've discovered that comparators, when they have an inventory behind them, so I'll go ahead and do a small scale demonstration, I bet. When they have an inventory of whatever they're attached to, or whenever they're attached to has an inventory, they'll actually detect the inventory. So if I got an empty hopper here, it's not giving out a signal. But if I put something in the hopper, suddenly it's going to give off a redstone signal. Now I can use that to my advantage in that, you could have an automated drop system. How I'm using it here, though, is that also you can set a threshold for it. What do I mean by a threshold on that is that I can set it to where only after a certain number of objects are in it will it actually dispense a good strong signal. So right here, it's comparing these two signals. These signal come, wow, really? The signal coming in is 15, 14, 13 hard, 13 signal strength, but the signal coming in from the hopper, even though its percentage is really not that strong, a full 15 would be everything, would be everything here. So in order to get it to get a signal, I have to go and fill up the hopper. To a certain extent, though, I don't have to fill it up all the way. With it only being a signal strength of 13, not of 15. Instead, what I got here is that it'll set up to where at 18, 19 in this first inventory slot is when it will fire. Which is why, and the fact that it's all gold ingots is why it only accepts gold ingots. There's no other place for it to go. So what happens is when it hits, when this first place hits 19 gold ingots, comparator launches on, which sets off this small clock, which is going to shoot out in this dispenser dropper, dispenser dropper, same thing anymore. Below it, it's completely filled with gold ingots. So this hopper, even though it's trying to tell itself to push into this dispenser, it can't, because it's completely full. But when this clock hits the signal, because I've crossed the threshold in the dropper, it's going to drop 2 gold ingots out of the dropper, in which case the hopper drops 2 ingots into the dropper, which effectively resets the system, which makes it fairly well. But because this hopper is also full is why it doesn't accept any other items, and then thus they just get dispensed out the side. So yeah, you can kind of see how that's all working. This device is fairly complicated to explain, but I'm doing my best here, and I hope you guys appreciate that. But yeah, that's why that does that. And then later on, as the gold ingots from the dropper get dropped, they get into this channel where another hopper, which has no real special place, will dispense them later for whoever's like running a server or running the thing itself on a map, can come and collect their coins for later, And again, it can be set up to whatever necessarily. I could put this for diamonds, ingots, I could put it for chunks of armor, buckets of water. It really doesn't matter. I could set this up for any one item, and it would dispense for me every time. It would always work. So we're going on to the rest of it. How do we refill it now that we've emptied it out effectively? Is that I'm going to go, and this is the refilling system. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put these items that I want it to dispense in a very specific order, just to prove that it's randomized. So a good way to look at it is that from top to bottom, it is your head to your foot and then to your hand. Head to foot to hand. So if I go ahead and I allow this little clock system here to go ahead and run until I hear otherwise, there you go. It'll dispense all these items very quickly down the channel, and then as it's happening, they're going to hit this hopper here, which has a very, very low threshold of 1. So whenever there's a single item in here, it's going to tell these guys over here to dispense 1 cart forward, or no, pardon me. It'll go and it'll tell the cart in this first position here that it needs to fire up, come up this ramp, grab an item out of it. Hoppers do give into minecarts with chests. It'll come grab an item out of the hopper, go up there and zoom in. The next piece of it being this little rail detector here. If it gets to this point, all the minecarts will move forward. But because the threshold on this hopper is 1, whatever minecart then becomes into the first position, as you kind of saw, it'll keep on firing. Because this line right here that lights it up is going to keep this rail lit. If I only had 1 item in there, the 1 minecart from this first position would come through, hit that button, tell all the other minecarts to move forward 1 space. But because the hopper is now empty, this line goes dead, and those minecarts will not continue to move up. So I could, in fact, fill this up. If I only wanted to fill it up with 3 items, I could do it. Right now I can only go up to a maximum of 5 items. But I know there's got to be ways to work around that, and maybe you guys could have some fun with it. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the essentials of how it works. Every important circuit. The one very important circuit I've had to sort of develop, I really didn't have any help on this one, I kind of just had to do it, is I figured out how to cut a signal strength really short, or how to cut a signal duration really short using this sort of like inverted piston setup. I don't know if anybody's done this. If somebody else has done this, let me know, but I'm pretty proud of being able to come up with that. on my own to where I can just take any signal, and it's used 1, 2, 3 times in this machine, where I can take a really big signal and I can cut it down to basically a single pulse, a single tick. So I'm kind of proud of that. If if there's something that people already understand about it, or if people already figured it out, I'm pretty sure they have. But if they haven't, I kind of want credit on that one. So yeah, that is my Gumball machine version 2.0. If you guys liked this, please let me know. Leave a like down below. If you disliked anything I did by this, please leave a dislike. I'm more than happy to make this channel better. This is why I do this. It's because I want to do it for your guys' entertainment. So until next time, this has been Sit Comics, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.